So I wanted to show you guys something. So I have this girlfriend that has very long legs, right? Like she's my ex-girlfriend, and somehow in this picture she has the longest legs. In this picture she's way shorter than me, but look at her legs. They're longer than my shirt. Like she has the tiniest torso. Like, I mean, I don't know if anyone knows Caitlin. Go look at her body right now. Is she like her legs go up to here and then like her body's like that, and then she's got a little tiny head? Because like I think that Caitlin might. Like, I think I might not have had legs when I was growing up, but clearly, like, this is at the same exact time. So Caitlin's head would have been, like, right here. Like, she would have been about as tall as a light socket. But with those very, very long legs. Because you see the light switch? You see how tall I am? Look at the light switch here. Like, I'm, like, I tried to make it the exact same picture. I'm behind the light switch in that picture and in that picture. And here, like, it's, like, next to my chin. But if it was next to her, if she was in the picture... Like, because it's the same exact person, like, who somehow has dyed hair that, like, who knows how like, what they do is they get the hook through the plastic cap, and then they pull your hair through. I don't know if that's called frosting your tips. Like, I don't know what it's called, but clearly that girl would be, like, very short. Like, she'd be, like, that tall, if that's the same person. So, like, she'd be, like, that tall, like, up to my elbow, probably. I mean, can no one else see that? It's the same stack of pictures from Texas. Like, when I first moved to Texas, that's what... I dyed my hair black in Texas. Right after that. I had my hair like that, and I dyed my hair black because I was Dracula. And then after that, my hair was black for a long time. So I've been joking about taking slaves and having people be prostitutes. And I just want to give some context to the situation. So there's a group of people who are organized crime that just tried to kill everyone, or they started to kill everyone with a series of biological weapons. And I think they have the intention of killing a lot of people with biological weapons. And they're so in control of the media that, like, we're living in the Twilight Zone, like a lot of us. And some of us don't know how to deal with the fact that we're living in the Twilight Zone. And some of us found out that our age was changed by, like, that many years. And, like, we proved it that much. And we've seen the police, which are like, I didn't see the evidence. No, don't show me the evidence. Like, but I didn't see the evidence. I mean, we've seen, like, our own lawyers saying, don't show me, while you're showing them, like, something that has no sex to it whatsoever. So we're in a situation where, like, we see this list of potential useful slaves, and we see Mark Zuckerberg, and we're like, I can't believe he's on that freaking list. And that's the thing about Mark Zuckerberg. Like, I can't believe I'm even considering letting that guy be a sex worker. Like, and that's the thing. Like, it's like, do I think that allowing Taylor Swift to be a sex worker because of her, like, role in the Mafia is justice? Like, is it fairness? No. Like, but what is justice according to me? Making sure that people can eat food and making sure that our economy is protected. And, like, the reality is that Taylor Swift can actually benefit the economy, and the bands that I listed as slaves, which they would be, like, they'd be like inmates, which, like, an inmate is a slave, trust me. Like, the bands I listed are people that, like, I'd be excited about them playing. That's why, like, if I'm not that excited, like, I suddenly realize Eli Young Band is not super duper exciting to me. Like, they have to be prostitutes because, like, I don't even want to go see, like, I like them, but I don't want to see it. And so it's just like, well, fine, like, we can keep you as a prostitute. But the reality is, like, it's like thinking, like, I need to figure out what's going on here. Because I know there's something about, like, organized crime and how much it controls entertainment and how much it controls, like, a lot of things. And, like, the reality is that I need to protect our economy from collapsing along with the Mafia, but I need to stop the Mafia. Like, I have to stop them. Like, they're controlling people's thoughts. Like, people can't think. They have neural interfaces in their head, and they can't think. And I've got to figure out how to let people think again, because the Mafia is going to kill us. And this evil AI crap is so disturbing, I have to stop it. Like, I don't know how to not make sure I stop it. And so, like, when I list potential useful slaves, it's like, potentially useful. I've been talking about how I'm trying to figure out what to do with certain people like Jeff Bezos, because, like, the reality is I do like Jeff Bezos. Like, I knew him when I was a kid, and, like, I really, like, he was, like, my best friend. So, like, it's hard to not like Jeff Bezos, but then also like you guys have gone too far. But I mean, he could be useful, but like the reality about Jeff Bezos is that Andy Jassy or whoever is probably more useful. Like the guy in charge of AWS is the one that's probably the actual most useful person at Amazon to me. But I mean, I'm sure there's a robotics expert that's the most useful person at Amazon. But like Donald Trump is not as useful, and that's the reality about like Donald Trump, who like is an old clone, and then the reality about clones is like we're kind of weird about each other. Like we're the type of people that be like, I'll just be a prostitute for you. Like I know I'm in trouble, and then like a clone might go, oh yeah, like you could, I guess you could, like you could. I mean, if I'm in charge, like yeah, you could go to jail, but it might be better if I just let you be a prostitute instead. That's fine. Like you can just be a prostitute. You're fine. Like go make amends for your sins, and because like a lot of people's sin is pimping. Like I've proved my age is that wrong, and the reason my age is that wrong is because child molesters want to molest a kid that thinks they're an adult. And so I have this belief right here I wanted to mention. A good government finds ways to suck dollars out of the economy while minimizing consumption. So I'm concerned about the consumer price index. I'm concerned about the price of food. I'm concerned about like our overconsumption of resources. I'm concerned about overconsumption of oil. I'm concerned about overconsumption of a lot of things. And if you notice, like a lot of the things that I'm planning on making money off of in Las Vegas, like when I'm trying to restructure Las Vegas, because the Mafia has that much control of the sex trafficking industry out of Las Vegas, like a lot of those plans are about like entertainment, and like not like what I'm gonna do now is manufacture steel products. Like I have a product for sale made out of steel for everyone. You guys want to go buy my product made out of steel? Like that's not like really like what I'm thinking about. Like I mean, I'm not averse to like metal. I mean, and steel and stuff like that. But like what I am concerned about is like trying to protect the economy, and trying to protect the economy while not consuming too many resources. So like the way I see it, like I can protect the economy by sucking dollars out of the economy. And right now, like a lot of these rich people are very scary to my economy. Like Rick Ross is scary to my economy. Like you'll never believe that I actually worry about people like Rick Ross, not the billionaire. The billionaire might consume less than the millionaire. And so our society needs to get out of this brainwashing dictatorship, this tech dictatorship, where like they can say that guy's a genius, we cloned him, he's not allowed to communicate with the outside world, he's not allowed to he's not allowed to earn money, he's not allowed to have a lawyer, he's allowed to get beat up while he's handcuffed and nothing happens. Like that guy is gonna constantly get robbed, and it's not a big deal like to the police when he gets robbed, when like he's like a famous musician, like people know who he is, but then like they can just steal my music equipment. Like I think it's crazy. And like the reality is that like I think the people responsible for that, maybe it's Sergey from Google, and what's his name, Larry, I can't remember his name right now. Like it feels like it's them, and like it feels like it's Mark Zuckerberg. And so like when I put them on the pimpin' list, like that's like reality is like that is like you will be a prostitute and you will answer questions, and like it's like you're basically being used in case someone needs to ask you a question or have sex with you. And like that's like what could end up in like with a lot of these tech people. Like Jon Stewart is sitting there like running like a huge amount of the media propaganda right now, and everyone's going, Jon Stewart's a good guy. Well, Jon Stewart's covering up for like a very serious mafia conspiracy, like that involves sex trafficking, when I've proved it that hard. And we all know that Jon Stewart's such a moral guy. Like people that follow him that like really care about the guy, like that really respect the guy that much, are going, okay, you're a hypocrite, you're full of shit. Like you're a Max Lucado type guy, except you're actually funny. And like that's why it's like so disturbing to me when I'm like, oh, Jon Stewart can be a prostitute, but then I know like this guy is like, he's Max Lucado to me, and Max Lucado's not on the list. Like Max Lucado knew me when I was a kid. The Dirty Heads met me when I was a kid, and they didn't want to smoke weed with me. So maybe like you can ask the Dirty Heads, hey, did like a little kid ask you to smoke weed with him and Rome, like from Sublime, when you were in Colorado Springs once, like at the Black Sheep? Like did like a little kid ask you to smoke weed with him? Did he say he grew weed? Like I mean that's like, because that was when I was like probably like 10ish, I think. But maybe I was like a 13-year-old. You never know. Like, I mean, it feels like my age was changed that much, because next to the light switch, I'm like that short. And like, it's disturbing. Like the situation is disturbing. So like when I'm like sitting there going, okay, Elon, for some reason I'll lock you up and let you be a prostitute. It's disturbing to me. Like, I don't know how to like let these people like get away with it. And the reality is, I think that like it's a lot more than just them. Like it's like Joe